All we need for this workout is a Concept 2 rower. Any other rower will do, but I do prefer the Concept 2. We're going to be rowing 2,000 meters for time. It's a pretty simple idea. The reason that this is called the golden standard is because 2,000 meters is the most classic racing distance that you'll see in a rowing event. And although this test is very simple, it's very effective. If you've ever worked on a rower, you know just exactly how demanding it can be cardiovascularly. It's really a full body movement where we're engaging every major muscle group of the posterior chain and even the quads in the front. So let's talk about that form. The most efficient thing that we can be doing is extending and driving through our legs, keeping our posture nice and tall, and then rowing that handle right to the lower chest, upper abdomen area. So the first thing we really want to focus on in any cardiovascular test is the efficiency of our movement. Because with these metrics, we're looking for a time domain of how many meters. We're not really looking for your watt output or anything. You're just trying to get through the distance as fast as you can. So with all that being said, you just want to really go for no wasted energy on each of these repetitions. So with each of these rows, I'm thinking of a powerful pull, but I'm still kind of nice and relaxed. My arms, my shoulders aren't overworking. I have a soft grip on the handle here. I'm driving my legs into extension, letting those do the work. Try to not drop the handle like I just did. That's definitely going to save you some time. And just following the breath. So every pull, you want to focus on a strong exhale, staying in the zone. On this test, I was watching my 500 meter time. So that's going to break our distance up into 4 different laps, essentially, or 4 parts. And so you can really get a good gauge on your effort and how to pace through the whole 2,000 meters. So if I'm watching my 500 meters here, I came through this test at about 7 minutes and 43 seconds. So it's just under 8 minutes. So that means each of my 500 meters was just below that 2-minute pace. I think I was sitting mostly at 155 or so. And just watching that is a really great mental tool as well. You just can kind of see your power and just try to keep those numbers where they are. If you don't have anything to indicate that, the mind can really definitely trick you into thinking you're working harder than you actually are, especially as you get into the later stages of the test and fatigue definitely takes over. Part of the reason this is such an effective aerobic test piece is the duration that the event is going to take place in. 6 to 10 minutes, as we just talked about, is really going to allow many of us to give a very strong effort for the whole time frame. You're going to be battling a lot of lactic acid buildup. And if you're well conditioned and you're giving this a true effort, you're going to be aiming to hang around zone 4 of the aerobic training zone. This is defined as about 80 to 90% of your maximum heart rate. And that is a high threshold that you're pushing, and that's how you're building your aerobic capacity and your power endurance. And that's exactly why this domain is so effective for us. It's hard to sustain such an effort for 6 to 10 minutes, but it is possible if you put your head down and do the work. Have fun with this one, guys. 2,000 meter row for time is the golden standard of rowing. It's a good way to test yourself in the rowing world and to get an idea of where you would stand against these amazing aerobic athletes. Train hard and recover harder, and enjoy this holistic conditioning test.